Hey everybody, it's Brian back with Inspiring How You See That. We're the channel that talks about all different kinds of music and entertainment, and we interview some of your favorite artists. And today I have a very special guest with me. I have Ancira. And guys, thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Thank you for the invite, Brian. We appreciate it.
Yep. Absolutely. And you're in Southern California right now, so it's a little gloomy and rainy here in Pennsylvania. How is it for you guys?
About the same.
Is it?
It just rained this morning, yeah.
Okay. It's probably a little bit warmer than here, though, so I'd still take it.
Like 50?
Okay.
Minutes?
Yeah, it's about 25 here, so.
Yeah, so it's a little warmer.
A little.
Just a little bit nicer. If you guys wouldn't mind telling me how you came together as a band.
Sure. So right before COVID, I started wanting to start up a new project. I wasn't really sure the direction or anything that I was going to go with. So All That We Know, I wrote by myself before I met the guys, and recorded it with a friend of mine that was a really good producer over in Laguna, California. And anyways, released it right before COVID really hit hard. I think it was February of 2020. Seemed to get really good feedback. People really liked the direction and the sound. I was trying to get a real dynamic sound and make it fresh to the ears throughout each song. So COVID obviously happened, derailed the whole project. And March of last year, I started it up again once things started alleviating with the pandemic, and went through a couple different people on band mix, and then met Jimmy on there, and Jimmy knew Justin and Steven, and it kind of just organically came together really well.
Okay. And before we go to Fry, I probably should have had you do this first. Could you each just kind of say your name and what you do in the band?
Yeah. I'm Drew. I'm the lead vocalist.
I'm Steven. I play guitar.
Justin, I play guitar as well.
And Jimmy, drums.
Thank you. And when you guys go in and you're writing a new song, what's your normal process? Do you start with the music first or the lyrics? Everybody's a little bit different.
So far, basically what happens is I come up with a basic vocal idea, melody that kind of pops into my head, and I kind of form the structure and chord progression from there. I record a real rough demo of just to get the basic idea that I had, send it over to the guys, and then we get together as a group and pretty much rewrite the entire song. It's funny how much it changes sometimes when we all get our heads together, but it makes better writing for sure.
Sure. Now, I should say you guys actually just a couple days ago released your newest song, Hysteria. And I love it. I know Kevin does as well. We've been talking about it. So kind of tell us a little bit about that song.
Yeah. So through the pandemic, personally, I went through a lot of life changes. I think once the noise of the world kind of goes away, it allows us as humans to kind of just take a step back and take a look at our lives. I know the pandemic affected people in different ways, but personally, mine happened for the better. It was really hard because I came across a lot of things that I didn't really want to come to terms with. And a lot of it came from past trauma, and personally, I just did not know how to cope with it. So coped it in unhealthy ways. And so during that pandemic, I stopped it. So I'm 13 months sober now.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Brian. Feels really good. So basically, Hysteria is kind of about that. It's basically a story of a man that goes through internal battles, fighting the dark and the light side of his personality, and the pain that really comes along with that.
Nice. I know each of you have probably been involved before this with other bands or other projects. And if each of you could just kind of give me an idea of what it means now to be an Ancira, what's different than what you've done in the past.
So I've been in and out of bands since I was 14, maybe over 10 now. And the last one was pretty serious. We were called Arlo, and we're based out of Las Vegas, and they all moved. I was staying here, and it had been like 8 years since I played rock and metal, and I had thought that like that genre had gotten a little less popular over time, and I wanted to give it one more shot. So I was just looking on Bandmix, and I found Drew, and just everything kind of changed as we all came together, and we had like the pieces of the puzzle to actually really push this thing properly, and it's given me hope in the rock and metal scene again.
Nice. Thank God it's not dead.
It's definitely coming back now. I know EDM pop is always huge, but rock itself in the last 10 years, I feel like, has really gone down the tubes. Aren't too many new groups through that period of time that I really thought that hit. But I've been in a couple different bands myself. I was lead guitarist for one that was pretty serious, and the other one I was one of the vocalists and guitarists, and I never really had the time or energy to really sit down and pick apart every part of each song that we're writing and try and make it come together lyrically and get the sound and the message through, and then also the dynamics that we're trying to put together. We're trying to put together a lot of different rock genres that are tough to get to mesh together. Prog is a huge inspiration to us, hardcore, emo, pop punk. Like, there's a lot of facets to our sound that we're still honestly trying to discover. So it means a lot to me personally, because we're trying to stretch our legs a little bit, and yeah.
Sure. How about you other guys?
Yeah, I've played in like hard rock metal bands before in the past, previously too, but it's been a couple years since that. So between that and now, I was doing more like, I was playing with like other producers and like indie, alternative, or hip hop artists, like whether it's like helping them co-write and co-produce like some tracks with those people, or I did vocals on a few tracks with some artists before in those genres, and I was kind of just having fun with that until this came back, and this has been awesome because I prefer this genre ultimately, so it's good to be back in this.
Nice.
And for me, I was playing in a bunch of hardcore bands. My last band I was in, we're kind of like on a hiatus right now. Ever since COVID hit, we kind of stopped playing. Some members had life changes, aka kids, or just wanting to stay at home with their girl, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully it comes back in some way, shape, or form. But other than that, it's just been beat down hardcore bands for me, just all the heavy stuff. I was in a pop punk band for a minute. I recorded us back in, I want to say like 2011. And we were actually about to get signed. It was really weird. Anyways, that band fell apart. So, but yeah, after that, it was just all hardcore bands, and it's cool to get into Ancira, because I have a little bit more flexibility as far as playing poppier pop punk parts.
Okay.
And as you know, like, we have our heavy parts too, which is more on the progressive, genty stuff, which I like to play as well. So it's cool to have that medium between both of them versus just hard all the way through.
Sure.
There's more room for creativity.
Nice. And it sounds like, listening to the songs that you guys have put out, that you've built kind of a pretty good repertoire among the four of you, that you seem to be on the same page. So has that been a pretty easy transition coming together and, going from individuals to Ancira as a whole?
I think that was the most eye-opening part of the project. Because when did I meet you guys?
September.
So from like March to the end of last year, September-ish and such, I had another group of guys that were playing with me, and it was pretty much me writing everything, and promoting everything. They were pretty much just there for shows somewhat, and it got really tiring. And then for some reason, when I got together with Jimmy and Justin and Steven, it just meshed so well. Like, there really wasn't a discussion of how we were going to do this organically. It just meshed perfectly. And a lot of the times when you're writing with a lot, more than one other person in the experience that I've had, you can butt heads a lot, especially with ideas and stuff. And with 4 people doing it at the same time, I thought, well, this is going to be a disaster. But everyone's really respectful with each other. We all hear each other out. We don't throw any idea in the trash just because we immediately don't feel like it's going to work. We kind of find that middle ground, and that's what makes our band special right now, because we have only been writing as a group for a couple months, and things are just continuing to get better and better with every song. So I'm really excited to see where we're going to be at in a year or two, honestly.
Nice. I know last time we had talked, you guys had mentioned that you've written a number of songs that are ready to release, and you kind of have a release plan. What can you tell fans and let them know what to expect coming up from you guys?
Well, basically, we are going to be releasing a new single every 6 weeks.
Nice.
We're going to be playing with different sounds and hoping to get the honest feedback from our fans and potential fans in the future. So that's pretty exciting, because basically people are going to be able to follow us and watch us mold into the band that we're supposed to be.
Sure. And I'll kind of throw this out again to each of you individually. If you could choose one artist to do kind of like your dream tour with, who would that be?
I would say I would love to open for like a Day to Remember or I Prevail. That would be really cool.
Nice.
Or even Beartooth. I'm a huge fan of Beartooth.
He said one.
You can have a couple. We can have like a massive. That'd be great.
Yeah, all those guys. That would be cool.
Nice.
I don't even know if this would. We don't know what sound we're gonna have yet, so but maybe this would work. But my favorite band's Periphery, so that would be super dream.
Nice.
Will you, sweetheart?
I'll take one. I'll take the one from you that I know that you would probably say, but
So you're gonna take the one that I was gonna say.
or you're strong.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, Justin and this guy took like all the ones. So I'll say the one that they didn't say. Pierce the Veil's always been huge inspiration to me. They are ridiculously dynamic, especially in the Collapse album. That was a really good one. So yeah, that would be a fun one.
Nice. No MGK fans? No, I'm just kidding.
No offense, MGK.
All right, bye.
I wouldn't blame you. So, guys, again, I want to thank you for taking this time. Before we go, what would you like to say to fans?
Expect every song to be different, but good, and we want to hear your feedback.
Yeah, mostly give us your feedback. And right now, we're not at the point where we can't talk to every single fan. So if anyone wants to just say hi or whatever, Instagram, we're very active on. And then also our website, anciraband.com. They can always send us an email. We're up to talk to anybody.
Nice.
It's true.
Awesome. And so you kind of mentioned there you had the email. Where are the other places online that fans can find out more about you guys?
We're on every social media platform, but we're most active on Instagram. So we have a TikTok. We're still building it up. We have a Twitter, Instagram. We have a band mix, a SoundCloud. I'm thinking of possibly putting some unreleased material on SoundCloud. So that might be something
nice.
to check out. That'll happen in the future, but it's kind of an idea that I've had lately. But yeah, that's most of the places.
Very cool. And again, guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate this time. It's been awesome talking with you guys. Like I said before, hopefully we can get out there. You guys get to tour and come over here to the East Coast. It'd be awesome to see you live.
Absolutely. We're planning on hopefully getting on some small tours this year, maybe next year, depending on how the following builds up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As always, guys, we'll put links down below so you can follow them. Make sure you check out their newest song, Hysteria. I've been loving it for the past couple of days, and as they come out with new songs, we'll be sure to let you guys know so you're up to date with them. Again, guys, thank you so much. And everybody watching, we want to thank you for spending this time with us. We love you all. God bless, and rock on.